Diana and his fresh and elegant group of young flowers, with their hands as soft as their bodies and a hint of melancholy in their eyes, were even more touching. Friends saw Robin's thoughts and advised him to quickly dispel them. Because he had already rejected many suitors, it was not just one thing that anyone could know. When the baseball shot from the opposite side came, Robin deliberately hit him behind Diana. The four things showed Robin's strength and Diana came back. When Anna looked back and smiled, it was so wonderful that she had the same kind of affection for Robin. When the right person appeared, you didn't need too much understanding and words to know that she was the personality branch you had been waiting for. Sister loves you. Her younger sister fell in love with the two poor boys, hoping that Diana would carefully consider them, but Diana firmly told them that what she meant was that I only knew this was her. But it's a major event of gaining a deeper understanding of their relationship, and even when Robin went out to work, he couldn't bear to leave Dion behind. Soon after, Dion was pregnant with a baby, which made the two of them feel like they were in a relationship. When the baby was growing up, God played a big joke on them. On this day, Robin played football with his friends again. The camera shot showed that due to his physical strength, he didn't know how to join the team, and in the following, one hula circle stone felt even more intense. It was precisely because he felt dizzy and his eyes were suspended that Robin fell directly to the ground and was helped up by his friend. He didn't pay much attention to it, but he thought it was due to excessive exercise and his physical strength. However, at night, he felt restless and restless. The next day, Robin, who had half a chance to learn the news, dared to come to see the stomach intersection next to Diana. Seeing Robin, who had a ventilator attached to his neck, made Diana appear calm on the surface and his heart truly pierced with pain. Robin spoke and wanted to say something, but couldn't make any sound. Binshon explained that the airflow couldn't reach her lung, so she couldn't speak. However, this is not the worst news yet. Waiting for Anna to leave the ward, Binshon told her about Robin. Tell him that Robin is paralyzed, and even below the police department, he will not be able to move his gallbladder or even breathe autonomously. Everyone has some doubts. Then he asked how long this situation will last. Alton texted by goodnight, 1 or 2 people, functional training, psychology, Yuk of novelty, of Kumov. The sudden collapse of the world and the sudden collapse of all the beautiful impacts of winning at the top speed turned grey. Upon learning about the terrible situation of Luo Bing, Diana, the parent circle, gave up Luo Bing. It was better for him to release John's broken Diana as soon as possible. Crisp Diana didn't speak, just nodded silently as the light in Robin's eyes began to disappear as the day of the ventilator paid off. She guessed her condition, and on the day her son was born, Diana smiled and kept her there. Or report him to Luo Bing in front of him, hoping to show him the hope of life. However, when his son approached, Luo Bing deliberately avoided his eyes. He dared not formally declare his son because he was in despair and now only wanted to die. In order to provide Robin with better treatment, he was transferred to the UK with Anna. In the word of the marriage case, Robin even dragged down the answer himself. He decided to face it alone for a few short months and had the doctor refuse the answer. You think Diana's visit, but how can Diana rest assured? So she asked her 2 brothers to visit. From their words, they learned that Robin had lost hope for life and left the hospital with his heart set on seeking death. The brothers once again advised Diana to give up Robin. He still had great youth, but in Diana's opinion, without Robin's youth, it would have lost any meaning. Soon after, there was progress in hospital research that could allow patients to resume speaking. In order to restore Robin's ability to speak and cheer him up, he often reported his son to her and hired a pastor specifically for her to accompany Anna on some weekends. However, all of this had no effect on this day and night. That night, Robin suddenly realized that his hand could move. He pulled out the disgusting ventilator and Diana shouted with joy. He slowly got up and took a deep breath of air. When I opened my eyes again, there was a look of Anna Yoshong beside me. It turned out that this was just a Monroe trying to hurry. Is it to drive away the answer? I hope he can live his own life. Can you also be suitable for me? I'm afraid you might face Diana Gugia's deep love. Robin couldn't help but blush, and she was still in love with her. But he couldn't give him a better future anymore. In order to always be by Robin's side, Dan hoped to take Robin home and take care of him, but the dean said the risk was too high and directly refused him. Dan didn't want to give up. He knew that Luo Bing definitely didn't want to stay in the hospital all the time, so he rented a building nearby and started learning the entire process of nursing and taking care of Luo Bing. The doctor was moved by Anna's behavior and decided to help him, so he took advantage of him to find him. So he advised the dean not to pay attention and they started Robin's transfer plan. However, as soon as they left the hospital, the dean installed a certificate to search for them. In the blink of an eye, the dean couldn't persuade them. Han Hua said that Luo Bing would definitely not survive for 2 weeks when he arrived at his destination. When he was taken off the platform, Luo Bing saw the future sky again. He never thought the sky would be like this. He was once so beautiful, and at this moment Robin felt incredibly happy with his wife and friends who loved him by his side. Yes, he was not lucky enough, but at the same time, he was lucky enough to be different from the lonely hospital at home. There were friends at home who were helping out everywhere, and when Robin saw the caring faces, his mood finally changed a bit. If you look at me, it means that the transfer was successful for everyone. Everyone gave a sigh of gratitude, and Robin began to prove for the first time that his son was so intelligent and cute. He looked into the eyes of his wife and son Robin in front of him. The tears in Bing's eyes filled Chin Man's eyes, and what reason does he have to give up his life at this moment? At night, Diana's head was buried on Robin's shoulder, and the person next to him was a respirator. However, the 4 students were not as attentive as before. However, the next day, while the dog was playing with its son, it accidentally knocked off the power supply, stimulated the hose to breathe, and stopped working. Robin suddenly remembered Diana's name, but couldn't make any sound due to lack of oxygen. As her son ran out of the room, Luo Bing's breathing became increasingly urgent until Diana shouted and Luo Bing didn't receive a response before rushing in. He rushed into the living room and connected the plug. His voice was loud and he cried out in fear. Fortunately, Robin finally came over. On his son's birthday, his friend heard about Robin a few days ago in the morning. The experience of a few days mainly created a zero gear for him. Looking out the window, Dr. Yaxi and her son Robin wished they could step down and merge into the bed. The son pushed the car past the door and thought about giving birth at Robin's request. After research, my friend Teddy specially designed a wheelchair with a ventilator in it for him, which was very successful. Getting into bed was no longer Robin's only choice. Diana pushed him back to the hospital with envious shots from the door. Throughout his life, he was also shocked by this. Only the dean step by step expressed that such a modification was not mature and would pose a great risk. His son grew taller once in 5 years, and Robin also broke it far. Harahara broke the dean's prophecy not only because of a change in mindset but also because Diana was constantly absorbing and illuminating Jingguang. It was very difficult, but as long as Robin was still alive, he felt that the plan was successful. On this day, his son discovered. One day, his son retrieved the answer from his father's previous photo. He described the beautiful accidents in the photo, but when he looked up again, he saw Robin with a bruised face. He realized that he had said the wrong answer, so he quickly stepped forward and was safe. Fuck, it doesn't have any. At this moment, they are all hidden in silence. Time flies for another 5 years, but although the show has long lost its former glory, there are still many pursuers who refuse one by one because his heart has already been given to Robin. In winter, Robin became more and more in love with him. One day, Robin said he wanted to travel abroad to take Anna, but she refused on the surface. The next day, she found a way to get Robin on a plane, along with her son and an older brother driving in a car across the country. On the dirt road of a country, they said it was effective. However, just as my brother was charging the ventilator, the wires had a short circuit and the ventilator was also burned out. There was no way for everyone to do so, so we had to manually take care of Robin's luck. Fortunately, a kind-hearted person passed by and promised Diana's brother a city so that he could call and seek help. After a day of waiting for Robin, he was surrounded by passers-by who were all infected by Robin's story. The good wish of staying to help with the story of infectious diseases led to a hooking party in the wilderness of this country, which lasted for a long time from day to night until a special activity was created to create a wheelchair. The special enemy, the wild man feeling cry suction machine, was quickly consumed and went through this special journey. Robin had a great idea and wanted everyone like him to get out of the cold ward, so he found it. He found the president of the Disabled Persons Foundation and was also a doctor and showed him his rotating shadow. The president was very shocked by this invention and now he hopes to mass produce it, but funding has become their top priority. They went to seek help from charity organizations but refused in person due to inadequate conditions. Fortunately, in the end, a charity-loving grandmother supported them and patients from hospitals who did not meet their wishes made such arguments. That kind of wheelchair, but this is far from Robin's goal. The president told him that there will soon be an international conference about disabled people and various well-known experts will attend. Perhaps there can be his wish fulfilled. Before attending the meeting, the president